It is with a heavy heart that we announce the end of Future Card Buddyfight product releases. Yeah, I should have saw this one coming. The warning signs were all kind of there. Yeah, today I woke up to this and I really didn't want to. Yeah, this is gonna be one that'll be difficult to process for a lot of different reasons. So, a while ago I did make a video about the cancellation of the Buddyfight Ace anime, and I guess that I assumed that eventually the Buddyfight Ace anime would come back, they'd sort out any studio troubles and stuff they were having. It would come back and Buddyfight would be back and bigger than ever. That's what I genuinely thought. But honestly, thinking back on it, I feel like that probably was pretty naive of me. So today, for anyone who missed it, Buddyfight announced in the space of one tweet that Buddyfight is gone now. They're cancelling it. They're gonna have a couple more card game releases, but after that, Buddyfight is done for good. And that's really sad because it was a franchise with a lot of potential, in my opinion, that I honestly don't think it had fully captured yet. And now it's never really going to get the chance to. I think the card game was a neat little thing, and I think the anime was on the verge of being something truly special. I really wish the Ace had another series or two to really kind of get going, because Buddyfight Ace, the first season, the only season now, is genuinely one of my all-time favorite card game anime, and it must have had a fairly hefty impact because it's of my belief that the Buddyfight anime ended up being the biggest inspiration for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. So Buddyfight had quite the big impact, and it had a good, strong grasp of its audience too. It was aimed at younger audiences. It was supposed to be someone's very first card game. It was very simplistic and easy to grasp and really fun, and the cards looked really nice, the artwork was really cool, again, the anime was great. And so to see it fail, because when I was first introduced to Bushiroad, Buddyfight was like one of their big franchises. Like that, when you think of Bushiroad, you think of Vanguard and you think of Buddyfight. And so now to think that one of those two is gone is crazy to think about. And again, it should have been obvious. I mean, the first of which signs being, well, the anime left. And, it can't be underestimated how much of a card game advert these series are, in that they really do boost the sales of the card game. I'll be the first to admit that I stopped really caring about the card game when they announced that the Buddyfight Ace anime wasn't going anymore. I got into the card game and got interested in it because I got so attached to the characters that played with the cards. I think that was an effective marketing strategy, and so with that no longer to rely on, it must have tanked the sales pretty hard. Another sign was the crossovers. They started adding stuff like Detective Conan to the card game, and once again, that was something to put me off pretty heavily. It was my understanding, at the very least, that the whole point of Weiss Schwarz was that was supposed to be where Bushiroad keeps all of its crossovers and stuff. And so to see them include it in something like Buddyfight so quickly, especially after the anime had ended, it felt really weird. It felt like a shift of priorities. And I can definitely understand that turned people off. Which is really funny to think about because, well, Card Vanguard has started leaning pretty heavily on crossovers with the new Bang Dream clan, but I guess that's another topic for another day. We'll get to that later. And so yeah, that was worrying too, because it's like, well, if people want to see the other anime crossovers and stuff, why not just play Weiss Schwarz instead? And well, it seems like they did. It seems like they did just play Weiss Schwarz instead. And another one too was that during the Shinemon arc of the Vanguard anime, well, whenever you watch any Bushiroad anime on YouTube, they will actually inject, adverts for their own products into the anime, and that's fine. That's cool. But if you were watching the Shinemon arc on YouTube, you'd have noticed that the commercials and advertisements for the Buddyfight releases were getting cheaper as time had progressed. we went from, back when Buddyfight Ace was airing, we went from like really nice, highly polished, really nice little commercials where all of the products used artwork from the brand new anime and everything. It was really cool. And then after that, like, once the anime had been cancelled, they switched over using manga artwork, which, that's alright, fair enough. And then they went to just using, artwork of Gao and everything from the original Buddyfight, which felt weird. Like they weren't even really acknowledging Ace all too much anymore. And then the newest, most recent commercials, the one that aired alongside the Shinemon arc, was just a couple of Bushiroad interns sitting there just going, here are the new cards, buy them please. And it felt like no real effort or anything or planning had gone into these. It felt like they were made rushed the last minute because Bushiroad remembered, oh yeah, we have Buddyfight. Whoops, better make some commercials for that, I guess. And I'm not necessarily blaming the intern to put that together. You gotta do what you gotta do. But it did definitely feel like it should have been a bigger warning sign than I take it as. And now it's gone. It's just gone. Is it ever gonna come back? No. No, Bushiroad would have planned this out pretty thoroughly, I feel like. And also, it goes without saying, the pandemic, yeah, that'll definitely would have helped, I guess, with the speeding up, I guess, Buddyfight's demise. Because going around about half a year or so with no one really buying your product is really going to put it's really going to put a damper on things. And for a series as successful as like Vanguard or whatever, it doesn't really matter all that much, especially when you have Vanguard Zero around, so people can still keep spending money and time on it. Something like Buddyfight, though, yeah, it was never really going to benefit from the pandemic, right? And yeah, it's definitely not coming back. I mean, I would love to be proven wrong, but trading card games are really, really expensive to set up and make and print the cards and advertise them and make the tie-in anime and balance the cards that they're right and everything and set up tournaments and events and get in contact with card shops and all this other stuff. And you don't cancel something like that, something you've already sunk so much time and money into, unless you are certain it will not make any more money. It must have been losing money for a long time. Again, my prediction, it's probably been losing money ever since around about the time the anime ended, which is a shame because it was good. It was genuinely a really great show. I really enjoyed it, and the card games seemed pretty fun too. Now the cool thing is, if there's any good thing to bring from this, any Buddyfight fans can now go and buy cards super cheap because, well, then none of them are tournament viable or anything anymore, so they're not gonna hold any value. So if you want to collect Buddyfight cards, then go ahead. In fact, I think I might do so myself. Bit too late to support the franchise directly now, I guess, but at the very least, I can build all those decks I've wanted to build for almost no money, so there's that. And I do really worry what this means for Bushiroad as a whole, because it feels like they're definitely starting to take the putting all the eggs in one basket route, because Dragonborn was also cancelled. And honestly, I'm just gonna say it right now, I don't think Rebirth for You is gonna last all too long. I'm just putting that out there. And so it kind of worries me because I don't think that Bushiroad can really survive having any more of their franchises tank or be cancelled anymore. It feels like Bushiroad have been going through some tough times, and don't get me wrong, everyone has this past year or so, but yeah, I do worry about what this means for their other franchises too, mainly Vanguard, of course. Luckily, Vanguard seems to be doing really well right now with the release of Zero and everything, but, like, I still can't help but think, right? So yeah, that's all I really had to say. I guess I'll see you later. Feel free to use the comments to share your favorite memories and stuff of Buddyfight. I know some people have been taking this news particularly hard, and I can sympathize with that. So yeah, I guess I'll see you later. I really didn't want to make this video. Like, that sucks. I've been thinking about this for a little while, and I'm just like, wow. That's really such a shame, huh? But yeah, I guess I'll see you later with some more videos. Feel free to subscribe if you like this one, but I can totally understand why you wouldn't be in a subscribing mood right now. And yeah, I'll see you later, I guess.